In the heart of New Haven, where the gleam of polished marble and the weight of dark secrets coexist, Vito Mancini spins his web of influence. To the untrained eye, he's a mere corporate attorney, navigating the labyrinth of law and finance with effortless charm. Yet beneath this veneer, an intricate tapestry of manipulation and power unfolds. As he recounts his opulent daily rituals, the listener can almost sense the edgy tension of a life straddling the line between respectability and moral ambiguity. Each clasp of his designer cufflinks echoes the heartbeat of the city, soaring high in Wall Street glitz while clinging to a murkier underbelly. Vito is not just any man. He is a chess master in a game where every piece is a pawn, and every move echoes with unseen consequences, hinting that his intricate strategy will soon be put to the ultimate test. Vito's rise from the rough streets of New Haven to the polished corridors of power reveals the tenacity that fuels his ambition. As he reflects on his childhood, vivid memories of his neighborhood emerge, filled with chaos, where quick thinking and cunning were necessary for survival. Here his natural aptitude for legal strategies first took root. He deftly navigated the legal system to protect his friends from petty crimes. These formative experiences ignited a desire for influence through mastery of the law. Every encounter crafted his understanding of manipulation and control, shaping him into a formidable player in the game of power. As he develops a yearning for authority, Vito's foundation is laid for a future defined by calculated decisions and shrewd alliances. With this foundation established, he begins to envision the legacy he intends to create in a world where morality often blurs. Vito Mancini's ascent through law school reflects the cunning intelligence he cultivated from a young age. With every lecture, he immersed himself in legal theories and strategies, outsmarting colleagues and professors alike. Building a network of powerful mentors became his priority, each connection a stepping stone to greater influence. He not only secured high-profile corporate clients, but also positioned himself as a problem solver for local businesses, navigating conflicts with finesse. Strategic clashes with peers tested his skills, but Vito emerged victorious, his reputation as a formidable tactician growing. As he contemplates his burgeoning legacy, he recognizes that every alliance forged and every rival subdued brings him closer to his ultimate goal: to dominate the intricate landscape of power in New Haven, ready to wield the law as his weapon. With Mancini and associates firmly established, Vito now commands a notable presence in the legal arena, luring in an elite clientele that includes the city's most powerful figures. His charm explodes through well-orchestrated networking events and strategic dinners, where he skillfully navigates conversations with politicians and key business leaders. Vito's methods are subtly manipulative, yet undeniably effective, igniting a sense of loyalty among those who benefit from his services. He understands precisely how to leverage relationships, ensuring that each interaction remains beneficial while maintaining the upper hand against potential rivals. Yet, as his influence grows, he is acutely aware of the precarious balance he must maintain with each new alliance. Every triumph sparks shadows of doubt, for power gained can easily become a target. In this delicate dance, Vito prepares for a complex future shaped by his ambition and the looming threats that inevitably arise from his ascent. As the chapters of Vito Mancini's life unfold, a new player casts a long gaze on his empire: Marco Silvano, a crime lord who recognizes Vito as a formidable adversary. In the wake of Vito's rising influence, Marco feels compelled to strike first, launching a calculated campaign designed to undermine Vito's hard-earned reputation. This marks a turning point. As the air thickens with tension, the stakes have escalated dramatically. Vito, ever the strategist, remains unfazed by Marco's attempts to destabilize his standing. Instead, he meticulously plans his countermeasures, pooling resources and allies to counteract the assault. With each passing moment, Vito sharpens his focus, preparing to turn the tide against his adversary. The fight for control of New Haven's power dynamics is just beginning, and neither man is willing to back down. Jacqueline Hayes enters Vito's office with urgency, her face a canvas of distress and determination. The stakes are palpable. Marco's associates threaten to dismantle her company in a ruthless takeover. As she lays out the details, Vito feels an unexpected empathy stirring within him. Here stands a woman battling against overwhelming odds, much like the kids from his past whom he fought to protect. With each word she speaks, Vito's decision crystallizes. He will take on her case, grappling not only with legal ramifications, but the ethical dilemmas intertwined with corporate law. As Vito contemplates the implications of representing Jacqueline, the tension mounts. He recognizes that this case embodies more than just a legal battle. It's a critical moment that could redefine his moral boundaries in the world he has navigated so expertly. With resolve ignited, Vito prepares to enter the fray, ready to defend justice. In the wake of Jacqueline's plea for help, Vito sets his mind to strategizing against Marco's ruthless tactics. The fragile fabric of corporate alliances begins to weave into his plans, and Vito realizes that forging unexpected partnerships may be key to his triumph. He reaches out to influential figures who remain hesitant about aligning with him due to the storm brewing with Marco. Crafting a delicate balance between personal ethics and business necessities, Vito endeavors to demonstrate the power of loyalty. Conversations turn into clandestine meetings, each new alliance revealing the intricate web of interests that bind together those who seek to resist Marco's onslaught. As Vito navigates this treacherous terrain, he reflects on the true meaning of loyalty and what it might cost him in a world rife with betrayal and ambition. The stakes arise, and every decision he makes resonates with the urgency of impending conflict. As Vito deepens his investigation into Jacqueline's case, he assembles a discreet team to unveil the corruption that festers within New Haven's elite. Each conversation, each lead whispers of a network intricately woven between Marco and corrupt politicians, shadows hiding in plain sight. Vito's meticulous attention to detail is unwavering as he connects the dots, revealing a tapestry of deceit that threatens not only Jacqueline's future, but the very fabric of his empire. With a bold plan taking shape in his mind, Vito prepares to expose these illicit dealings, knowing that every revelation carries ramifications. The air crackles with anticipation as he gears up for the daunting task ahead, realizing that this battle extends beyond the courtroom. As the investigation unfolds, he stands at the precipice of a revelation that could change everything. The time for action has arrived. As Vito walks into the courtroom, a palpable energy surges through the air, mirroring the chaos brewing within. This isn't merely another day at the office. It's the beginning of a battle that could redefine his very existence. The opposing legal team, sharp and poised under Marco's command, fills the room with an aura of tension. Vito meticulously reviews his pretrial evidence, understanding that each document signifies more than facts. It represents the stakes of a war he did not choose but is now fully engaged in. Thoughts spiral around the delicate balance of legal strategy and personal vendettas, as he acknowledges that winning here could either consolidate his power or awaken deeper enmities. The courtroom is set for confrontation, and with a determined stride, Vito prepares to unveil his case, ready to navigate the murky waters of justice and ambition that lie ahead. As tensions rise, Vito Mancini braces himself for the courtroom clash ahead. The gavel sounds, marking the beginning of a high-stakes showdown where reputations will be forged or shattered. In a stunning revelation, Vito presents evidence that not only challenges Marco's narrative, but also brings to light the intricate web of corruption entwining the city's elite. Flashbacks reveal the depths of Vito's long-term strategy. Each calculated move leads to this moment. Meanwhile, the jury's eyes reflect the gravity of the situation, amplifying the weight of each word he utters. With fiery rhetoric, Vito captivates not just those present, but also the public beyond the walls of the courtroom. As the climax unfolds, the true battle for New Haven's soul emerges, intertwining justice and ambition in a stunning crescendo that leaves all entranced. Victory is within his grasp, but at what cost to his very essence? Vito's triumph in the courtroom reverberates through the city, yet the victory is bittersweet. Marco Silvano, wounded but far from defeated, responds with a calculated ferocity. Both men play a dangerous game. As Vito's name rises, so does Marco's desperation to reclaim control. Media outlets swarm, highlighting every misstep Vito has ever made, twisting narratives to incite public scrutiny. Vito swiftly realizes that he must not only defend his reputation, but simultaneously launch a counter-offensive. He crafts a potent counter-narrative, skillfully using public relations as a shield and sword. With each strategic move, he aims to diminish the impact of Marco's smear campaign while elevating his own standing in the community. As Vito embarks on this new battleground, the city holds its breath, aware that the game of power in New Haven is far from over, and the stakes have never been higher. With the media buzzing and public opinions shifting, Vito takes the reins of his narrative, launching a comprehensive campaign to reclaim the narrative he fought so hard to establish. A press conference becomes his platform to unveil the corruption that has entwined his adversary, Marco Silvano, casting doubt on his once untouchable facade. Vito's charisma and strategic acumen shine as he articulates his vision of justice, drawing attention to Jacqueline Hayes' plight and rallying public support around her cause. The audience responds, their shifting sentiments bolstering his resolve. Vito's message resonates, highlighting the moral imperative of his fight against corruption. As he gathers momentum, it becomes clear that he is positioning himself not just as a lawyer, but as a champion for the oppressed, setting the stage for an epic confrontation that transcends personal vendettas. In the theater of public opinion, the battle for justice is now firmly in his hands. As the dust settles from Vito's intense media campaign, the courtroom drama transitions into its finale. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation as Vito enters, ready to deliver his most compelling arguments yet. The air thickens with the palpable tension of a decisive moment, one that could either solidify his triumph or unleash a new wave of chaos. Vito meticulously lays out his case, connecting profound legal precedents with riveting revelations about Marco's corruption, each statement raising the stakes higher. Engaging the jury, he weaves a narrative not just of right and wrong, but of justice's far-reaching implications. The courtroom, filled with a teeming crowd, is captivated by the unfolding drama. In this climactic struggle, Vito is not just defending a client, he is fighting for the soul of New Haven and his very place within it. The time for action has arrived and Vito is poised to make history. As Vito stands in the wake of his hard-earned victory, celebrations erupt around him, a cacophony of cheers blending with the weight of unresolved tension. He has dismantled Marco's empire, exposing a network of corruption that spanned far beyond what he had imagined. Yet amidst the clinking glasses and laughter of his allies, Vito's thoughts drift toward the uncertain path ahead. The thrill of success is tempered by the reality that his win has heightened not only his status, but also the dangers he faces. In this fragile moment, reflections on the cost of his relentless ambition surface, as he understands that each victory inevitably invites new challenges. The city of New Haven continues to pulsate with intrigue, and as Vito contemplates the precarious balance of his position, he steels himself for the battles yet to come. The stakes, he knows, will only grow higher from here. In the aftermath of victory, as Vito surveys the chaos of celebration around him, a haunting realization settles within. He understands that power, while exhilarating, is ever so fragile, rattling beneath the weight of ambition and consequence. The accolades pouring in feel almost surreal against the backdrop of lurking threats, each whisper of his foes serving as a reminder of the precarious game he plays. Far beyond the clinking of glasses and waves of admiration lies the unsettling truth. Every elevation in status also invites envy and new adversaries. In this intricate web of success and peril, Vito knows that he must navigate carefully, lest his triumph today transform into tomorrow's downfall. The game of influence in New Haven is relentless, and as the sun sets on this chapter, it signals not just the end, but the beginning of profound challenges that await him. For the cost of untouchability remains unspoken, yet undeniably real.